Alrighty folks, welcome back to JPlays Pokemon MMO. This is the GeoLock Rival Challenge. Welcome back to JotaLock, folks. Today, we have a lot on the docket. This is finally where Heart Gold becomes like the most interesting Pokemon game. First things first, we got a boss gauntlet. Alright, we have to fight basically every single Rocket admin in a row. First up, we got this purple hair guy. I think he's called like Petrol. He's kind of whack. He has a Raticate and a Golbat and a Weezing. The typical Pokemon that Rocket Grunts get. You know, we're basically just fighting Rattatas and Drowsies and Grimers. But the important thing is that this Murkrow gets to show us around. And this is where we get to see the tag team, where me and Lance have to try and fight some of the Rocket admins. Now again, their Pokemon suck. Like, these Pokemon are goddamn trash. We're fighting Murkrows and Grimers here. But it is kind of cool that we have the Pokemon League champion right next to us. Feels nice to have him on our side, you know, be able to kick some ass. Luckily, we made quick work of this, and we get to move on into the Electrode portion of this fight, where we have to go and fight 3 Electrodes. Again, these aren't difficult, especially because we're prepped for the GeoLock fights, so our Pokemon are really high leveled and EV trained and everything. So we take care of the Rocket hideout like it's nothing. Next up, we go into the 7th gym. So we have to fight the Ice-type gym here, and I'll be honest with you, none of them are even that scary. The difficult thing with some of the Ice-type Pokemon is that they have Ice Shards, so we have to deal with like getting some stab damage. But realistically, we just gotta go back and forth and heal a bunch of times. There's also like this strength puzzle aspect to it. It's kind of whack, not gonna lie. But we're gonna clean up shop with our Pokemon. If you take a look at our side, we have some of the coolest Pokemon in the game. We got Crobat, we got Lucario, we got Gengar, Tentacruel as a Dragalage. I think that's so fucking cool. I love Clarinet. I remember this team pretty distinctly. All of the musical themed Pokemon like are kind of close to me. I've said this before in other episodes, but the reason I'm repeating it is because I haven't recorded a GeoLock episode in a very long time. I'm talking like months. It was a while since I did the last episode of Johto. Since then, we actually completed all of the Kanto locks. So as of this moment, we've done a GeoLock for every single region. We did one in Sinnoh to start with, which Felis won that. And then after that, I believe we went to Hoenn, which we got AceNet involved. AceNet beat Felis, but Felis ended up winning the whole region. And since then, we've had a bunch of different victors. I'm not going to spoil who wins Johto, but it's going to be an interesting finale, let me tell you that. We've also done Unova and Kanto. Those videos will come out eventually, but I'm in no rush for the GeoLock videos. Personally, I think they're a lot of fun to make, especially because I get to revisit some of like the highlight moments, like taking on some of the gym leaders. Here, we're fighting the 8th gym. We took care of the 7th gym so quickly, it didn't even matter. And the 8th gym is also pretty easy. She has like some unevolved Pokemon like Dragonair, so her team isn't too scary, but there are a lot of resistances. I brought some weaker Pokemon like my Vibrava and my Pupitar to try and make it even. I also wanted to level them up because, you know, they're going to be pretty important later on. The fun thing in Johto is that once you defeat the 8th gym leader, she doesn't actually right away give you the gym badge. It's kind of funny. She's kind of a sore loser about it, and she goes to complain about it. So like these like Grand Dragon Elders or whatever. So we got to go heal up. We, you know, replace our team a little bit, and then we can go swimming. We go into this cave, and it's kind of like the gym, like part 2 almost. It's interesting. You have to have already beaten one of the gym leaders to get Whirlpool, so you can come down here. You just swim, you can get some high-level Magikarp, you can get a bunch of battles here. This is also a really big spot where you can catch Dragon-type Pokemon like Dratini. I already have a Garchomp, so Dragonite isn't like my top priority for the in-game, but for the GeoLock Rival Challenge, Dragonite is an incredible Pokemon. Just having Dragon Dance alone, having a setup move like that, immediately puts the Pokemon like all the way at the top of the tier list. So these are Pokemon that we're going to want to, you know, really take care of, make sure that we catch good natures for. So I'm going to come back here later. I'm going to grind out, catch my Dragonite, everything has to be nice and solid. And now we get to move forward. There's a couple other things that we have to do in the story. First things first, we're in Blackthorn, so we have to loop all the way back around to the next town, which is actually the first town. We can go all the way south, and we'll loop back around to the early game. And this is where it actually becomes very interesting because there's a lot of things for us to do on Revisit. Not only like having HM so we can access different areas and different items, but more importantly, there's a where we are tasked to fight every single one of the Kimono girls. Now, the Kimono girls themselves aren't very difficult individually, but we have like a gauntlet of one of each of them. They all have a high level evolution, so it can be kind of tough. I'm going in with a steel type team. Now, this is very important for me. I have all of my loadouts of Pokemon. I have so many Pokemon I've trained, and I decided to collect a bunch of steel types. Now, why? Why would I want steel types against a bunch of Umbreons and Flareons and Espeons? You know, that's not really all that tough to fight against. The answer is what lies beyond the Kimono girls. Right now, they are testing if we are worthy, if we can do the actual challenge. And the last one is a Vaporeon, which I think is funny because Vaporeon's kind of one of the worst ones, especially as like an offensive Pokemon. You know, it's just like a single dude. But we come out pretty scathed. We lose 3 Pokemon against the Kimono girls. I heal up and I'm ready to move forward. We go to the Burned Tower. This is probably one of my favorite areas in any Pokemon game. I'm speeding through the dungeon because this dungeon actually takes a really long time to hop through. There's a bunch of random encounters. I got mad repels, so I'm not really worried about it. But once we reach the top, there's something very, very interesting. There's items throughout here. There's just like repels and calciums and stuff. There's nothing really that necessary. I don't remember any big battle items being here. But once we get to the top, we have not just what you're expecting with a legendary encounter. We have a boss fight where Ho-Oh is actually a 3 versus 1 battle situation. So this is really cool. Ho-Oh will start things off by using a move called Blistering Winds. Spins back all of the Pokemon. All of your Pokemon get burned and they get returned, and then a random Pokemon gets switched out. So immediately, you're in like this big disadvantaged state. And once you kill Ho-Oh, it comes back as a shiny Ho-Oh, and it's even stronger. It has more HP and does more damage. So naturally, this thing like completely destroys me. You know, it's okay. I come back with a second try. I come back with a different plan in mind. All right, so my strategy, the first 3 Pokemon that come out get burned. So you want to make sure that the burned Pokemon aren't like physical attackers. Because if you're getting hit with like physical attackers the whole time and like they're burned, their attack goes in half. So you want your special attackers or your defensive Pokemon out front, they get spun back, and then hopefully your physical attackers can come out then, do some big damage. Sadly, I didn't even get a single hit on the second phase. Like, this shit was crazy. So I do some leveling up. You know, I got a bunch of EXP candies because there was an event going on at the time of the JotoLock. So I was able to level up my guys. I got them a little bit more prepared. I tried to iron out their movesets. I made sure all of them had a rock move available because, like, I needed some way to do damage to these guys. Like, Ho-Oh is a fire and flying type, and I'm a steel type Pokemon. So, like, all the fire moves are going to kill me immediately. And if you're wondering why I'm trying to do this like steel type challenge against Ho-Oh to make it a little bit harder, I've actually done this before with grass type Pokemon. The first time I ever fought Ho-Oh, I just so happened to be playing a mono grass team in the region, and it was pretty funny, I'll be honest with you. It took me a long time. I had to get all of my grass type Pokemon to max level in order to fight him. And that's exactly what I had to do here. All of my Pokemon are like level 47, level 48. Some of them are like level 45 on the lower end, but you know, they're all closer to max level, so I can be doing max damage against this Ho-Oh. Because goddamn, this thing is tanky. Every turn, it also calls one of the legendary dogs to back it up. The dogs are actually cats, by the way. I'll talk about that later. So it's a really tough fight. Once again, I lose. This time, Suicune wasn't there. It was Raikou instead. So I feel like I made some progress. But here we are. Round 4, trying this again. So first things first, we get burned, spin back the special attackers, and Ocarina, my Lucario, dies immediately. I needed him to be doing some big damage. Rotate a couple more Pokemon. I'm really thinking that I don't have this one, but I'm just piling on rock damage. I got Stone Edge, I got Rock Slide, and I got lucky. I got the kill. So now we have defeated Ho-Oh. So we are more than ready, I would say, for our GeoLock rivals. So first things first, it is me against Nino. So Nino's got a team that I'm actually quite afraid of. He has a Dragonite and a Garchomp for his badge 18. Now, Dragonite, I have one as well, so you think it'd be counted, but the Garchomp is the scary one, because I have no idea how he's going to be handling it. I start with my Staraptor. He looks like a Hawlucha, but trust me, he's there. He gets burned, so his attack goes to shit, and then immediately I get killed. So Nino starts with a huge advantage, taking out my Staraptor. I was hoping Staraptor would be able to pile through the Gengar, and then I'd be able to sweep his whole team. So, far be it from me. I switch into Vaporeon, which takes a hit, but luckily gets the trade against the Gengar. And now we're 1 for 1. So I have a very defensive team, if you hadn't noticed. I have like Hitmontop, which is like specially defensive. I got Vaporeon and Fortress, which are bulky. And even my attackers, Magmortar and Dragonite, they're bulky Pokemon. So I'm thinking that I'll be able to, you know, pull some advantage. This Miltank is a stall Pokemon, so I switch out into my stall counter, which is just going to be stacking spikes. I am going to be using Shaker to shake out a bunch of hazards onto the field as much as I can. He switches into a fire type naturally. Got to go into Vaporeon. There's no choice there. And this is actually a very good situation for me because I now have a little bit of setup on him, and I have a Pokemon that can tank all of his hits. So he has to switch out again. He's on the back foot. Instead of switching, he decides to take a Surf to the face. And luckily, I'm happy to take that advantage. I am not mad about that one little bit. He goes back into Miltank, probably to try and Toxic me. I'm, of course, aware that he has Toxic, so I go back into Shaker, and he naturally outreads that. He's probably trying to proc a Paralysis, which ends up working, which I think is incredible luck. So I'm not really nervous, though. I could just keep doing the same thing that I was doing before. I can keep stacking up different hazards on the ground, and I think I'm in a really good, comfortable advantage state against Nino. This Miltank reminds me of Whitney's Miltank, by the way. This thing is actually so tanky, and it keeps healing itself. So no matter how long I have Shaker out here taking damage, the Miltank will be at full health. I'm not going to be able to do any damage to it whatsoever. So I figure I may as well just sacrifice all of my power, or all of my HP with this Fortress. Like, there's no reason for me to be worried about it, because I can just keep tanking these hits. I even have a Citrus Berry, so I can just keep stacking all of these hazards. So this alone puts me in an even more advantage state. I go into a fighting type to try and intimidate him, try and make him switch back out, use his Body Slam, doesn't really do anything. And naturally, it's a force switch. He has to switch into something. He goes into a Steel type, which I'm using Fake Out, so good for him. But he still took some spike damage, and we're going to use Close Combat, try and clean this up lickety-split. Thunderbolt, it's going to do some damage onto my Hitmontop. That's okay, though. He's specially bulky, so he actually survives. Why he survived on 1 HP? What can I say? I'm just the main character. Can't be mad about that. And now we have Dragonite. So this Dragonite comes out, obviously it's faster, so it's going to kill me. And we're at a 3v4. So right now, Fortress isn't really doing anyone any favors. So realistically, it's like a 3v3. I'm thinking that I can win the speed tie, so I go into my Dragonite. I go out with Dragon Claw. Realistically, Dragon Dance probably would have been a much smarter move, but I end up getting the kill on his because he took some licks before. I also think my guy just happens to have more IVs. I just happen to survive. So that was really lucky. That was a big risk now that I'm looking at this like from the future. Luckily, we're able to take out the Garchomp as well. Some way, somehow, I'm faster, so maybe he didn't get great IVs on his Pokemon. I'm probably just barely breaking these speed ties.
It's fine, you can take it. It's fine, you can take it.
We have Dragon Claw to finish up the Miltank, and just like that, the game's over.
Oh, big guy. Let's go. That'd be so good.
So I'm not sure if Chomp could have gone through Vaporeon and Fortress, but it's possible. Oh no, it would have died to Toxic Spikes. That's right.
Nah,
He's good. Oh wow.
Oh.
The stars almost aligned.
Oh.
GG.
That's funny. Imagine I can beat your whole team in Miltank.
That would be funny.
Bro is literally using Fortress right now.
Oh, I mean, I guess there's Fortress, yeah.
Alright, and the rest of these guys in there. Alright, there we go.
Hi, Steven here. Oh, Gengar indeed, okay.
Gengar's a good one.
Oh, Gengar, okay, Gengar is kind of bad. Oh no. Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
I like her just drawing guys with that one.
So my Magnezone, Jay, did you also make your... Wait, how did you switch out? Do I have the wrong ability?
You don't have Magnet Pull?
Oh shit.
Bro.
This is fine. Oh, I need to put magnet pull on. That was a big blunder. Oh, inner focus, bro.
It's scared of the screens.
Rock slide.
Yo.
Kill.
The game.
That was big. Okay. Oh, he's
Come on, Toby.
Interesting.
Come on, Toby.
No tank brains.
Oh, you're steal, I forgot. I can get rid of the spike stuff.
You should have said that.
Okay, and I can choose. Just pure dark. Just pure dark. Sturdy. Just get sturdy. Get sturdy, dude. Oh, let's go. That makes me so happy.
Oh, the burn. That's unlucky for me.
Yes, because I still play regardless. Oh wow, never mind. Wow.
Doesn't explosion give you a minus to defense?
Not anymore. Not a. It used to in the older gens, but not
Yeah.
in 5.
Okay.
Nigga, choose. Nigga, choose.
Bro, shut up.
Have you seen that meme before or no?
Is it the commercial?
No, it's
This
come on,
is
Zon.
The Zon.
Regardless, this is my career.
You're dead.
Wait, that one shot, bro. My stuff is getting one shot left. And
Oh,
it's
From the Smash is like paper defense.
Yeah, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
I did crit though.
Honestly, don't know if the crit mattered or not.
Okay. Oh, it's just sneaky fasty guy.
Goodbye, guys.
Oh, no, you just look at that.
Sneaky fasty guy. What a revenge
Realsies.
killer.
Or realsies.
Back to the zone.
Big spike damage.
Back to the Tron.
This is still anyone's game.
Dang. I did not think I'd do that much damage, Loki. Come on, Subby.
Another switch out because you don't have magnet pull.
I'm so sad I didn't have magnet pull. I would have a bit more of an advantage. But
See, but you don't have the same magnezone I do. Or at least you haven't used them.
yo, you're fast. What the fuck?
And I do big damage. But yeah, I didn't get to show off this guy too much.
Wait, which I don't know where your choice item is.
I have. Okay.
I would be so down to replay this and get magnet pull and
Yeah.
Hey.
I think that's valid. This might just have to be marked up as a friendly.
it was a good match though.
It says one choice item has to be used, as in like you just have to at least bring one.
No, it doesn't say at least. You're supposed to bro.
Oh my god, inner focus, fuck me, bro.
Yeah, so like since it didn't come up, I'll leave it up to Ace.
I would like a rematch because I'm losing.
Yeah.
Dude, you're using one pound. Nah, I don't want to do rematches.
I cannot heal magnezone.
I don't know, but like Gengar literally never happened though. Like it's a tough call. Like yeah, I understand.
Man, if I lost, I would have accepted it. Cause when I read it, it looked more like as if like, oh, at least bring one of these, and if you don't have it, like,
Well, okay, we'll see if it comes up. Let's play it out. So that happens.
I don't die here. All right. Yeah.
You
Times
know.
4 resist.
Let's go. GG. I also could have played it differently to keep this Dawn alive, because I wanted to keep my Dragonite a little bit alive for a little longer.
You got this.
And now we have our last match of the day. We have AceNet versus Edgy. So this is another one that I wanted to highlight. I usually put random fights that happen during the badge fight because there's so many fights per badge. I can't put them all in every single video. But this one was a very fun fight. So Edgy's been trying to polish up these range strategies for a long time. And this is one of the times where I saw Edgy's potential. All right, Edgy's gotten really, really good at using Rain. Edgy's actually competed with Rain all the way as recent as the Cancel Lock. So this is like several generations in the making. Edgy's been training on this shit. And let me tell you, Edgy's getting better. First things first, we set up Rain with the Politoed. We get the Surf off onto the Fortress, and then that thing dies immediately. AceNet has some sauce, though. This Apom is a murderer. I have PTSD from this stupid purple little chimp. And the reason is because it has Fake Out and U-Turn and Double Hit and Quick Attack, which is a really goofy moveset. But let me tell you, it has Stab. It's got that item to make normal moves even stronger. So it's just doing so much damage. Look at this Double Hit. Just completely kills the Ludicolo, which is supposed to be one of Edgy's sweepers. So this Ambipom is insane. It comes out, Fake Outs, does some damage, and then makes you cry, spins you back out. We got this later on in the fight where there's a Raichu on the field, Ambipom comes out, it gets another Fake Out, and it does almost the entirety of its HP. Now, Raichu has static, so when it got hit by that priority quick attack, it actually slowed down the Apom tremendously. Now, its priority moves and its actual moves are so much slower or inconsistent, so Edgy has a huge chance to win here, because that was one of AceNet's like key pieces of damage against this team. Usually Apom's weak to things that resist it, like Rock or Steel, but Edgy's not running that. Edgy has a bunch of Water-type Pokemon. Edgy sets up Rain one more time, and then goes into Kingdra. Now, Kingdra is the Rain Sweeper. This is the Pokemon that's supposed to kill everything. We go into Gyarados, which is a pretty bad matchup against the Kingdra, because water damage isn't going to do much to a bulky water type. He uses Ice Beam, does neutral damage, does about half, and unfortunately does not get the kill, but Gyarados doesn't do that much damage either. It has Ice Fang, so it's kind of a stalemate situation. Edgy was able to leak out enough damage and then kills the Gyarados. So Edgy has Rain up with a sweeper and has Gyarados in the back row. Unfortunately, we got this stupid Ambipom again. Edgy's smart though. Edgy switches out, so the Fake Out doesn't actually affect anything, and the Intimidate's going to make it even weaker. So this Gyarados has an opportunity here to shine. That's crazy that after Intimidate, that's how much damage Fake Out did. That is such a powerful Apom. I'm actually terrified of it. Edgy opts for Crunch to try and kill the Apom. The switch out into Staraptor was unexpected, and Edgy gets a big hit from Brave Bird, taking out the Gyarados. Intimidating the Gyarados with the Staraptor is really smart, so you can't really blame Edgy for losing there. But this is an opportunity. Gyarados dies. That means Rain can come back up. Edgy's playing this super duper smart. We got Quick Claw on the Staraptor to take it out, which honestly, that might have made or break the entire game. Like, that was huge. Getting the Quick Claw proc on there. Edgy is the absolute champion of using Quick Claw, let me tell you. AceNet goes into Haunch Crow. I'm not sure what it's doing here. It's got some Night Slash action for some guaranteed critical hits, so it's got some big damage on it. It's a little bulky too, so I think it's actually a pretty smart move. And Edgy goes into another Swift Swim Pokemon. Now, instead of going into Kingdra, goes right into Sea King. Now, the difference is Sea King's a little bit slower, a little bit weaker, but it's able to take these hits for Kingdra. Unfortunately, though, it didn't get the kill. And here's a pretty key part. Since Honchkrow didn't get to kill the Kingdra, Quick Attack is able to finish it off. And into the Monkey Staccato. And since it's paralyzed, all we need to do is get it to proc para, Fake Out connects, and it takes out the Sea King. And Edgy's final Pokemon is the Kingdra. This has enough damage to kill the Ambipom. We just need a para. And it gets a Quick Attack. And sadly, Edgy loses by one move. All we needed was one para. One paralysis. GG's. Everybody, thank you guys so much for watching episode 4 of the GeoLock. I'll see you in the next one, where we take on the Pokemon League and the finals for the Johto Lock.